Hey guys, my name's James.
My name's Corwyn.
And welcome to This Movie is Gay, or This Movie's Gay. And guess what? We got that doozy for you. Doozy. Hey!
Again, every single week, it's a doozy.
This one, though. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I'm so glad, we watched Vampire Boys, which I wrote down Vampire Boys because these dudes is bi as hell, besides Logan. Logan's like your conservative parent who's just trying to push whatever genitalia you have. They're trying to push the opposite of that, so it actually fits in there.
Yikes.
Unless you're docking, guys. You docking?
Oh, my God.
Or unless you're like, I don't know, maybe you have like an inverted vagina, a prolapsed vagina. Do they? No, yeah, I think that the vaginal mesh falls out, something like that. I've heard stories. I've read a blog, bitches.
Okay. So, yeah, we watched Vampire Boys from 2010.
Boys.
It is our first raunchy sort of movie? It wasn't completely raunchy, but it did have
some penis. Gay Bed and Breakfast it was shadowed penis.
Oh, shadowed penis. That darn shadowed penis.
You might have been writing well it was the guy when he was shaving, I think. It was in the bathroom. One of the leather daddies had it.
Okay.
Hey guys, how's my voice sounding right now? Okay, no. Okay, this movie. I guess we should give a quick run.
Let's do a synopsis real quick. I'm going to let you do it because normally I do it, I think.
Take every single book of Twilight besides when they have a baby and condense that down to an hour and 7 minutes. And make it homosexual. No, bisexual. I'm sorry. I already explained this is vampires. That's pretty much the gist. It's Logan, he's the head of the coven. He finds this boy, Caleb, and says...
Jason. Jason's the head of the coven.
Yes.
Logan's the conservative father.
Yes. And he says, I need to find the one. They thought they found the one in Tara. Tara is like a bubblegum goth. She's not a lipstick goth. That's, yes, a bread lipstick. Like a lipstick lesbian, but I'm saying lipstick goth.
Yeah.
So you've got her, and she says, bitches, I'm bad to the bone, but really not. She's really not. I need to cut. On a lot of my podcasts, I keep saying bad to the bone. I need to stop saying that. So then we find out that Logan or someone, I don't know, guys. I lost the movie. Okay, so then Caleb knows this guy named Paw. His real name's Paul, but in a scene, he's trying to find him and goes, Paw, Paw, and then that's it. That's all he looks for him, and then goes, hey guys, what's up? Fuck, man. I already forgot where I was.
Oh my God.
And then, so Caleb's the one, and Jason is trying to get him in the sack and also wedded. He's trying to be with someone eternally.
Yeah, trying to turn him into a vampire.
Eternal spot shine of the spotless mind. So... Then Logan says, no, you need to be with Tara. I found her, and she's a lady, guys. And, yeah. And then Logan dies, gets his head shoveled off, and Caleb gets turned. Well, freaking Tara is laying lifeless in his lap.
And Adam is standing over them protectively, holding them up.
Yeah. So... one of the things about this movie is the dialogue is they talk like this. This is as loud as they will ever get.
Pa,
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 Pa, I'm boned up. Where are you, Pa? Pa.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did have a lot about this dialogue, and I briefly mentioned it to you when we were talking. The first moment that we see Jason, which hilarious. We didn't know, they were just referred to him as Jason, and then we didn't know until the end credits when it showed his name that it was Jason with an I instead of an O. And that was very humorous to me.
What if it was Jason and it was S-U-N in the writing?
Jason.
Sun, because they can dip in that sun.
Yeah, one of the things about the vampires in this movie, they, don't have any of the mythos that normally
They do
adheres.
have a couple, though.
Only the elder vampires have to worry about the sun, but the normal ones, the hybrids that they are, don't have to worry about the sun. They have to be invited indoors, but otherwise they're like fine. They can wear crosses.
They have to eat blood.
They can eat garlic.
I wrote down that vampires are so ripped because they're practically just on a juice diet.
They're on a juice diet and they're running. Running. Also, I think one of the criteria is that they have to be shirtless because we didn't see them with shirts until the end. And we're like, oh, okay, all right.
And I was alarmed. I was thinking, who the fuck is this nerd here?
It showed Logan brooding, and he was like, who the fuck is that?
Logan,
but it was
what
Logan.
are you doing? Can I want to bring up something, or no, let me just say one more thing on the dialogue. I wrote down, I had so many just quick little notes, but vamp.
I can talk about my dialogue thing while you're looking for yours. So the thing about it is that it was very clunky, and part of that is how it was written and everything, but part of it is the actors being awkward. And then Jason, he was trying to talk like he was, from the distant past, even though he's just shy of 100.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be that severe.
100 years dialect would be, especially if he's from England. He's probably talking in a fucking Courtney accent because he was left for dead in the gutter.
Even though that looked like a very American suburb when it was showing pictures. But
I wrote down, this is the LA I want to know, because when you see LA in film, nothing looks like this.
Not at all. It looked like someone's backyard. Anyway, so the way he talked, he had a lot of glottal stops and stuff like that. So if you're going along the acting route, it was very disjointed and jarring. And then he's trying to give this aloof, from the past speak, but he had no weight behind it. So that's why it was this is just dumb.
They were so quiet. No, there was one time where Logan yelled, and it was barely a yell, but clearly the sound guy had to turn them up so much that when he started yelling, it just clipped so bad. But I wrote down, is this what mumblecore is? But Corwyn might not know what mumblecore is.
I don't know what that is, but you mentioned it on the first episode or something like that.
Did I?
Yeah, you've mentioned this before.
Oh, it's what the Duplass brothers started doing in their movies. But I also put down not a single one of these actors is a theater actor because they do not know how to project to the back of the room.
It's kind of different for film, though.
But so
the way they were doing it, though,
when you get a theater actor into a film, it's usually, whoa, tone it down. You need to push back. But you still know what's going on. These people I don't think had ever been around a microphone.
I don't think they've ever been around any, it was very awkward.
So I put down that the dialogue in this movie is just one sentence monologues.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're not talking to each other. There's little bits and pieces where oh, finally some connection. But most of the time, the dialogue is just I literally wrote down, they are reciting lines. That is what they're doing.
Then
they're sitting there reciting lines.
One of the first dialogue is him going to the house that Paw is at. And Paw just from a distance goes, hey.
Yeah. Can we even see him at that time? I didn't even notice
it was
him.
Just him blurry in the background. He opens that door, Caleb goes to close that door for the first time early on in the movie when he's first meeting Jason. And I said, I was going to say Caleb. You're not Caleb. You're Corwyn. Caleb's in the movie, guys. Corwyn, I said, Corwyn, did you see that? And he said, what are you talking about? So I had to go back 30 seconds, wait for it to happen. And he goes fully out the door. Then you see his hand go up to where like the padlock lock would be on there. And he's like, no, that's not the handle. I need to go back down, close it. And then when he first goes in there, he doesn't close the door behind him. It stays open. And then it happens again later on. I don't know what's the deal with that door.
We were obsessed with the door. We were like, why didn't they close it? Why is it open?
Why is it so creaky?
Why
it's
is it
a
so
film
creaky?
set. Someone should have had WD-40.
Get that WD-40.
If you had a true gaffer, I don't know what gaffers do, but I think a gaffer might be someone like this. Or a sound guy. A sound guy would probably have WD-40. A real sound guy.
I mean, the production assistant would have gone to buy some WD-40 to like, let's WD-40 these fucking hinges.
Yeah, so the sound guy isn't... because okay, probably in a normal movie it wouldn't have squeaked so much, but because they had to crank the mics up so loud to pick up anything they were saying, the creak came through as loud as them talking.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they even had like booms. Like...
It was all lavs, baby.
Because, like, it was just not...
Wait, no, it couldn't have been because they had shirts off so much. It had to have been booms.
I'm also just thinking about these, like, fisheye lens shots.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
yes, that...
What the fuck?
When they were sitting down at college, they were in college, and he doesn't even ask about Pa. What happens when he eventually tells him, hey, we murdered Pa?
We ate him.
And then burned his body.
I think they murder him while he was like, while they were sleeping together?
Yeah, yes.
It's like, actually we slept together while we were doing that.
Someone fucked and someone fed. That's from All Cheerleaders Died.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a doozy. It was a doozy.
So I like to think when I did enjoy this movie. Before I say what I'm about to say, I did enjoy it. It was one of those movies that is bad but is good. And
I agree.
My logic behind that, I may have seen someone say it in a movie, in a documentary, but there needs to be at least one person on set doing something fantastically. There needs to be something that shines through poor everything else in order for one of these movies to be bad good. And that is whoever shot this and whoever like did filters on the lenses did a great job. It looked amazing. The shots were great. It looked like a movie.
It did look like a movie.
That's when one of your friends asks you to watch something and they're like, what'd you think? And we go, hey, it looked like a movie.
That's our review of this. It looked like a movie.
It looked like a movie you would see in the theater.
I don't know if I'd go so far as the theater, like maybe made for TV film.
No, because made for TV looks bad. Maybe I'm just thinking of like Hallmark stuff.
But Hallmark, some of it looks good. Some of it looks good.
The best Lifetime movie, what do you think the best Lifetime movie is ever?
I don't know any of the names of Lifetime movies, but
it's such a good one. If you haven't, I wish it were LGBT. We could have done it. Actually, the person who voices the main character is, I believe, bisexual. We could have done it. A Grumpy Cat Christmas.
Oh my God.
It's so good because they play into like, oh, we know that this is a Lifetime movie, so they make jabs at Lifetime movies.
Amazing.
So there was one scene where this girl is kidnapped and everything goes wrong with that, but after her mom finds her and she says, oh, I'm so glad you're here. They didn't do anything to you. Then Grumpy Cat as Aubrey Plaza, Aubrey Plaza as Grumpy Cat says, hey, that's a different kind of Lifetime movie.
I'll have to watch that eventually. While I'm just
Oh,
I got
I
so distracted.
okay. I just
to...
hear kind of music coming from like another apartment, but I doubt it's picking up in these sexy ass microphones. We saw penis. One was chubbed up, half erect, not even chubbed up. It was starting to lean up.
Oh, it was definitely leaning up.
Yeah.
I
missed the first one though. I was taking a note.
James was writing down notes, and I was like, "Oh, we got penis."
And then I saw the second one, which was the ripped dude.
Ripped.
And then that girl goes, "What the fuck was that?" She was saying, "Oh, maybe they were talking about having a three-way before."
Yeah, I think they were talking about like having an open relationship before. So basically what happens in this scene is a girl and two guys that we don't know, we haven't seen before, just like are walking up this path, and there's like the sunflowers and like
and a burnt down building.
Burnt down, yeah, all that shit. Which from before we've seen that's kind of where the vampires are.
That's
and
their hang.
It's their hangout. And
then
those
wieners are hanging out.
The one dude is like, oh, it's so worth it to go to the spot. And he's like, see, it's so beautiful. And the girl is like, what the fuck? And it's her boyfriend that brought her. And then she immediately like turns to the friend, and is like, what I really want to do now is kiss you.
Yeah. Oh, yes. There was an ADR line added in of her saying, kiss you. And it's so clearly her close to a microphone just like this saying, kiss you.
Yeah, it was hilarious. James also rewound that because he's like, did you see that?
You had to have seen that.
I was like, what are you talking about? You talking about that line? Yeah. And then she like suggests a threesome in a way. And then they get eaten immediately. But we see penis.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, hello.
So one of the like real first lines we see when I think it's still black and white, maybe Jason says, Los Angeles, city of angels. Let's hope I find mine. It
set the setting. It told us where they were.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to guess.
Oh, and then like it pans and you just see the LA River and you're like, what? Why is this like a beautiful shot we're supposed to be seeing?
I wrote that the beginning sounds like Christmas music.
No, I put down Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes.
It was like they were running through those, like, I don't know what they are, the big drainage ditch things. That
I believe that's called the LA River.
Well, yeah, that I don't know. So I'm going to assume you are correct. And yes, that
I'm going off on the LA comedy podcast that I listened to.
They were running through that, chasing this girl who they then ate. Who they thought was the one before, but she turned out not to be the one.
Which they don't explain why she started running. She used to be fine with being a vampire.
Gonna guess it has something to do with Mr. Conservative Dad.
Oh, Logan.
Because he found Tara. It seemed like he wanted to sleep with Tara, so I was just very confused.
It's like, dude, just make Tara you're the one.
We don't know the vampire politics in this, so we don't know how it works.
I don't know.
But yeah, they're running through that, and it just has this weird like overture that we're just like.
I put down Nightmare Before Christmas movie music.
I don't know music, but I was like, this is Christmas.
Yeah.
This is Christmas.
Just what Tim Burton would do.
So it was hilarious. But I think they did that with a few different things in the movie. They had different like soundtracks and stuff that you were like, who did this score? Because it was just so like, it was kind of off-putting, but it was so funny. Like when they Mean Girl'd walked into the college.
Oh my, okay, so I'm yawning. Oh, so I wrote down, Pa said, wait until the party starts. Then the party starts. It's not even a millisecond after he says that. Music just starts jamming, and then they do the Edward Cullen and his coven walking into the cafeteria.
They really do.
Yes.
Like, and literally Caleb just goes, who's that? Exactly like in Twilight.
Except
where,
Pa says, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's college. And I'm like, in college, why would you be like, oh, who's that? They're in the middle of a courtyard in the middle of do you know everyone that's at your college? Are you at a tiny college? He's in LA. I'm assuming it's like a large
Even
school.
if it's a community college, you still don't know everyone at a community college.
Yeah, so
because they could be taking night classes. Hold on. Start vamping. I'm about to sneeze, or I think I lost it.
I was like, why would he even ask? Oh, who are they? Like, why would he know? It's a college.
I don't know. Because they're so friggin' ripped and cool.
Who are they? They're the
We
cool
forgot
kids.
about. So Pa greets Caleb with a hey off from the distance, and then walks on the lawn to greet Caleb, and then Caleb starts walking straight to the door through the lawn, and Pa goes, not on the grass. He just walked on the grass, and two, there is no grass there.
Did he walk through the grass? I thought he walked like around through like.
I thought it was a straight line to him.
I think he walked like down the side and then down. I don't know, but I was just
let's rewatch it.
The part that I noticed about that, I was like, why would he say not through the grass when the grass is obviously not like maintained in any sense?
Hey, it's LA. They were probably going through a drought.
It was
hey.
Pa.
Pa?
Pa. This is the entire episode. Just James and I going, hey, Pa.
This is during the movie. Halfway through, I looked at Corwyn and I said, "Hey, Corwyn, can you hear me right now? Yeah, can you like really hear me right now? Because that's how they're talking right now."
I just turned to him and went, "What? Yes, I'm trying to see the penis."
Whoa, saucy in here.
Not really. There was nothing at that point.
During the dream sequence, the first dream sequence that we see between Jason and Caleb goes, "I don't understand what's going on." And then he goes, "Is this a dream?" Jason goes, "Would you prefer a nightmare?"
At some point before they meet, like I think it's like after they meet on campus or maybe during that dream or something, there was music playing that I was like, are they in a masquerade? Like, it was literally like they were playing something that sounded very similar to the Phantom of the Opera masquerade music.
Phantom of the Opera. That's a bad musical, guys.
But like I was like, are they in a masquerade right now? Are they like, is that what they're doing?
Corwyn,
it was weird.
Do you like Phantom of the Opera?
Have
you seen Phantom of the Opera?
I have.
Maybe that's why you don't like music. If that's your only experience with it.
No, I was.
Oh man!
I worked on so my college did one of the first college productions of Phantom of the Opera, like the full production. Most productions they do like they have rights to like the music or something like that, but they don't have the full production rights. And my college was one of the first to do it.
Did you have a chandelier?
We did. We actually rented a chandelier that fell down and everything. It was a huge production. It was between us and the opera school. And I was, part of the crew for that. So I was tech and everything. And yeah, that musical tried to kill me a couple times.
Yeah. There's no melody or rhythm. I mean, there's melody, but there's no like rhythmic melody in any of the singing. I don't get it. If that's opera, get out of here, opera. Did you see Love Never Dies when it came to town?
I did not see Love Never Dies. I
refuse
refused to see that.
It's so
that sequel.
Okay, so that's what I was talking about when things are, you need at least one thing great in something to make it enjoyably bad. And that is the theatrics and the set design. It's a wondrous thing to watch, but everything else is bad.
I mean, Phantom's been running for years, but everyone is always like, oh, Love Never Dies.
We were mind boggled by it. We own it on Blu-ray.
That's hilarious. Oh,
Christine.
I apologize for bringing this up to you guys.
I was trying for Crumb Bums to write there's a song in there where he's singing Christine, but I wanted to do Frank dressed up as the Phantom, but singing Sunbeam, Sunbeam. So I had to listen to that song, I believe, while I was in the department you were in. I just had it on loop for an hour and a half. That song because I needed the rhythmic cadence of it while also but then the lyrics are different because there's 2 different soundtracks for it. So the lyrics that online are different than what was on the CD that I was listening to on YouTube. Sunbeam.
Oh my God.
Frank's My
right.
Cat and Crumb Bums is a talking cat comic that I do with Nicole.
And it's a good comic. Check it out.
At Crumb Bums Comic on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr. Yeah.
We'll have a link to it.
I think I link it in every single thing, possibly.
Yeah, it's hilarious. You should check it out. And you can see James and his cat in the comic.
Why did I have written down staring at me? Did someone say that? It's in quotes, so it must have been.
I have no idea.
Damn it.
This is so funny that this is the shortest movie we've watched so far, and it's also the one where we're like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah. Well, because the dialogue is not memorable.
It's not.
Besides,
I'm trying to
kiss
think.
me. And hey, and paw. Those are the only 3.
I think at one point he said, "If it would please you."
Yeah, that's some dumb shit that dude would be saying.
Shit.
Get out of here, you dumb shit.
My vocal teacher would would just watch this movie and she'd just be cringing the whole time.
Oh, okay. So on their dialogue, them deciding when to meet up in like the cafeteria or the outside cafeteria area, it's the coven talking to Paul and Caleb. They're like, do you want to meet up? I don't know. Paul, should I? Maybe. I thought we had plans. Okay. Well, what about tonight? 9 p.m.? 9 p.m. sounds good. Okay, Paul, I won't be home tonight. That's fine. I have other things to do.
That's the script, folks. That's the script. It literally, and it reads exactly like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're literally looking at a page. It just seems like they're looking at a page and reading it.
Make like a wind noise right now. Hey, Pa. Okay, now make a bird chirping noise.
I can't make that noise.
Make like a car noise.
I don't.
Okay, hold on. Corwyn, this is what I need you to do. When I look this way, make a wind noise. When I look this way, make a car noise. Okay, so. Hey, Pa. Hey, Caleb. How you doing today? I'm doing good, but I've been better. Hey guys, my name's not Caleb, it's Jason. Jason, get out of here. That's what it is. Because they like didn't get room tone besides like that one outdoor scene where they had a bird chirping track going on.
It was the same track over and over, I think.
But for that, you could hear like when it's pointed at the pool, you could hear like some little pool noise and wind. And then when it's not pointed at the pool, it's no noise whatsoever. Sometimes there would be a low rumble, or after they had sex. In one clip, there was an airplane going up above them. Just wait for the airplane to leave. And then when they turn to look at Jason, there's no airplane noise. So it's within the same shot. Airplane noise. Oh, they cut away. No airplane noise.
I mean, probably what happened there is they got a bunch of shots and they were like, this is the best one. Like, the rest of these suck.
Or the sound guy said, this is the... I would love to talk to whoever did the sound mixing on this.
Do they have a sound guy? Like,
they had to have someone mix it. even if it was the director or the editor who did it, it was not good.
James is very obsessed with the sound because he has a wonderful home studio set up.
Well, no, I'm picturing
very
myself
into sound.
how angry I would be if I had to mix this. Why do you keep looking at that?
What?
You keep looking at the monitor.
I'm just looking at the time. I'm like, how long have we been going?
We're
awesome.
at 34. Yeah.
34 minutes.
I thought you were looking at your wave to see if you're talking loud enough.
I mean, I do that as well.
Ooh.
I'm trying to, to be active.
I wish I could link this up with like tablets so each person could see their waveform as they're talking along with my waveform, make it look kind of crisp like mine. But you're doing pretty good, Core Dog.
I know. I keep looking at that to make sure. I also have one of the notes we forgot when Caleb first moved in and they, left the door open to the elements. He got shown to his room. And as soon as they walks in, there's a little candle holder that's a cross, and Caleb just knocks it down,
so
intentionally.
I thought Caleb was going to be a vampire.
I did too. I was like, oh, he must be a vampire.
And then I thought Paul was too, because Paul had a vampire deal in his main room.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so this is a Craigslist
coffin
ad,
on the wall.
But they did find vampires.
Yeah.
No, and that's what we thought, but it turns out no, neither of them were vampires.
Okay, so this movie is an hour and 7 minutes. There might have been a bunch of scenes cut, and that's why we don't. I was thinking maybe because he's from Ohio, Christianity has a negative connotation. If you're gay and from that area, possibly. But no, people were saying he was a big deal, but it was demanding. But that could also mean that it was demanding because he had to stay straight there. I don't know, guys. They also said he hung up his Speedos, and then they said, oh, a brainy jock. Swimmers are not jocks.
Yeah, he was apparently very good
3-time all-state champion of swimming. Wonder if he does the butterfly. He can do it on me, baby.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so I was confused by that. Also, whenever Paul was doing something, and I usually don't try to focus on people's haircuts and things like that, but Paul's was a little late or early 2000s emo.
Everyone's was, I thought.
Yeah, but Paul's was in a way that was sort of choppy, which is sort of how it seemed, sort of the feel that in Twilight Jacobs, I think. Is that his name? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then...
So I turned to James and I was like, Paul's probably a werewolf.
I bet,
but he wasn't.
I think there's a sequel to this, but there is another vampire movie on Vimeo that one might have a sequel to. However, that was 2 hours and 7 minutes, and we said, heck no on that, guys.
But I think there is a sequel to this. I'm not sure, and I don't have my phone to Google it, but I think there is. But yeah, we didn't see actually Paul's death. All we see is them burning something, and they're like, oh, it's a body. So, I guess it's very easy to cover up crimes in this.
Okay, so I totally forgot with the threesome thing or the cucking thing. We don't know. So it's probably a cucking thing. In that scene, with the girl and the two guys.
Yeah.
The cucking thing. What she said was, take off all your clothes and start kissing. They're kind of opposed to it. I think they might be straight. And she says, if you don't, I'm going to start putting more clothes on myself. Did she pack more clothes? There's no bag by her. How could she put on more clothes? Maybe in her pocket, she pulls out a tube top and puts the tube top on over her top already.
She just zips up her sweater at that point, and both of the guys are like, oh no, and immediately start to make out.
Yeah, with friggin' wangs flopping,
shirts off, Yeah, this is the movie is enjoyable though.
So we also get 3 redneck characters.
Oh my God.
They're like, rah, rah, rah.
But I was like, what are they? Because they weren't really redneck. They were sort of like,
biker redneck
they were like,
guys.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are
they? And then
they?
they came up and just like flopped over and said, "Oh, sorry, we were shooting cans."
Yeah, they were shooting cans, and then one of them like missed the can, which, by the way, a can's not gonna do much for the bullet they were shooting. But they missed the can, and it hit Jason.
They were like shooting a real gun at just tin cans.
Yeah,
that bullet is going to keep traveling.
Yeah, so like I was very confused why. And also, we never really knew what angle they were at to shoot because, I thought it was going to hit Caleb, but it hit Jason. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then they came from, like, behind where he was standing, but the way the bullet hit that, like, Caleb saw was to his front. So, like, there was just some
and then they come from the back.
Yeah, there was some continuity issues there. Don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so... It's revealed that Paw likes Caleb. And then he just grabs him and kisses him. And this is why I put down, like, is this mumblecore? What's going on? He just goes, "What's your fucking problem?" And supposed to be angry, just goes, "What's your fucking problem?"
You did laugh a lot at that one.
Yeah, I did.
Because he just goes, "What's your fucking problem?" It was...
But even quiet. What's your fucking problem?
It was hilarious. And...
okay, do you remember when Caleb and Jason first make out and he's from behind and he like kind of palms his neck and face like this? Is that sexy?
I think they were like, okay, let's make this look the most like a porno.
Or most like Twilight.
I just recently watched the first movie with my friend. That's the first time I've seen it.
I have only seen it with the riff tracks, which is the Mystery Science Theater guys.
Oh my God.
It's so... that's how you should watch it.
That was... the only time I saw it was with her. I don't think did we watch the second one? We may have seen the second one.
That's also been riff tracked.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that.
I put down that Logan, after they had sex, you can see them shirtless, and Jason. I keep wanting to say that's Logan, but Jason has some big ass nipples.
I did not see his nipples.
Especially compared to little Caleb's.
Little Caleb.
He's got some friggin' pepperoni babies going on.
We're not body shaming.
No, I mean, I don't think they don't look like pepperonis. I'm just saying they're the size of that. But like a small pepperoni, not like one of these crazy freaking Chicago pies we've got down the street. I don't know. I don't eat meat. I could also not. I don't know what pepperonis look like anymore. They were sizable, maybe like in between a $50 and a quarter.
I didn't notice that. That's hilarious.
Let a vampire. Oh no! Hold on. Let me say it as they did. Let a vampire fall in love. No, I'm putting in too much emotion when I do this. Let a vampire fall in love. One of the random coven said that to...
Let a vampire fall in love.
There you go.
I got to get my customer service voice on. Hello, how can I help you?
No, this was my customer service voice. Hello, this is James. How can I... Welcome to beep. Because I'm not going to say the company. Actually, welcome to Burger King. What can I get for you today? That's my intercom voice from Burger King.
We clearly talked about it a couple episodes ago with Ryan about my phone voice because I just sound like a robot. Like, hello.
Oh,
this
yes.
is Corwyn.
Yeah.
Even that has more emotion than that line did.
And guess what? That note, my last note.
I also have that. Oh, God.
Never.
So whenever Caleb and Jason are talking and like going over the vampire thing and how long he's been a vampire and the one and like all that shit, he's like, oh yeah, I'm from London. And then Caleb's like, oh, no accent. And I'm like, you hear the way he's talking. Like, he's not talking like a normal person. How are you going to say that's no accent? He doesn't have a British accent.
Not talking like this.
He has an accent of someone that's like trying to read a really bad fantasy novel.
Also, after this, I got to talk to you. I have ideas for a sword and sorcery.
Yes. We're gonna make a movie, y'all.
Yes,
and
we
it's gonna be amazing. So send us things, money. Send us money.
No, we just need to make a dope ass script and someone buys it.
Send us some.
We're not trying to self-produce, guys.
Send us some connections for people that want to buy a dope ass script of a gay
sword and sorcery movie.
Well, we'll make it LGBT. We'll make it all inclusive.
Yeah. No. Wait until you hear this. James is like, you're gonna say, James is being maybe too progressive right now. This is gonna be all over the place.
I am not going to say that. I'm going to be like, yes, let's do it. Why was Paul not shocked when all of them just appeared?
Oh, yes.
Paul went to go look for Caleb to apologize for kissing him and, getting mad that he was into Jason instead of him.
I think the director gave this note to everyone. Hey, just downplay the emotion.
Don't react to anything. You're not in a scene. You don't have a partner. You are reading lines on your own. That's what the director said. So yeah, they have super speed sometimes, but not other times, and we don't see any like cool editing about it because it's low budget. It's fine.
And then,
but we see like cuts where they just like appear, and Paul is like walking, and then like he like just is there, and then they just appear, and they're like, "Oh, leaving so soon?" And it's like he made no intonation of leaving at all, and he made no reaction to them just being there.
We also get Caleb calling Jason on the phone and says, I just need to talk to you. Then you hear a knock on the door and it's Jason. And Caleb goes, have you been waiting outside this whole time? And Jason goes, no, I was across town. I'm just really fast. Or what? I don't even think he says that.
Perks of being a vampire.
Yes. Perks of Being a Vampire would be a great movie. It's like a vampire version of Perks of Being a Wallflower. Would an aunt molest the nephew in our script, though? That happens in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Very sad movie. We should watch it.
That's not LGBT, though. Or are you just saying as friends watch it?
As friends watch it. But
okay.
I feel like there's some themes in it. But I don't remember right now because I don't remember
well,
the
if
movie.
There's themes, we can watch Chasing Amy. We can watch Meat Spin. Also, you, before the podcast, were going to tell me
what my first gay movie was. So it was actually Boys Don't Cry, which is a movie about Hilary Swank being transgender. And yeah, I was like 9 or so. It came out in 99. I was 7.
Did you see it in the theater though?
No.
Well, then maybe you were older.
No, it was on like DirecTV, like how they have like the movies.
Well, then maybe
that just came out.
Maybe
so maybe it was like
maybe you were 8.
Maybe I was 8. I was still way too young for the movie. Irresponsible babysitter aside, it was my first interaction with the LGBT community in that sense. So yeah, that was my my first movie.
Your first interaction with the community was yourself.
You're right. My first exposure to anything LGBT, besides myself.
Okay, so since we're talking about things that happened before the podcast, Corwyn asked for a Swiss roll, and I could have swore when he pulled it out, he said, "It's roasted and still warm." And I said, what the fuck is Corwyn talking about?
And then he was staring at me and I was like, why are you staring at? Are you like watching to see how I would eat it? Because Swiss rolls are one of those things, since they're, rolls, like there's different ways to eat them.
Yeah,
like,
but everyone eats them differently.
Yeah, so I was like, is he just like waiting to see how I'm going to eat the Swiss roll?
No, I was
He's
just
like,
wondering why they're roasted.
No, why are you
and
being
warm?
weird? And I was like, how am I being weird? And he told me that. And I was like, I didn't say that. I said, thank you. I haven't had a Swiss roll in forever.
No, in so long.
In
and
so
that's
long,
why,
yeah.
like, long might sound like warm. I don't know.
He was just like, oh.
I could have swore you said, are these roasted? It's still warm.
Why would I ask that?
don't
They're
know.
from a box.
You're
They're in
lacking
plastic.
sleep. That's why.
I'm not that delusional. I have really bad insomnia, and I didn't get any sleep last night. So this movie was incredible to me.
Yeah.
We harmonized.
Yeah. This is a short movie. I think we should. Do you have anything else?
I think Jason. Another thing, when he was explaining the vampires, Caleb's like, the sun would destroy you, wouldn't it? And then I'm just like, why the fuck would you ask that? He's been in the sun with you like this entire movie.
Sex
you
in
had
the
sex
sun.
in the sun. Like, what the fuck?
Ooh. Should we make like a R&B or country song called "Sex in the Sun"?
I will fully support you in that endeavor.
We heard a song. I think it's a country song where it's like, if you want to be a homebody, I'm gonna throw you a home or a house party, and it's bad. It's got to be new, but that's on the radio.
My God.
And my shit, no one listens to.
So yeah, that was it. Go watch this movie.
It's on Tubi TV for free to watch.
Tubi TV. I don't know what that is. It's also, I think it's on Amazon Prime too, because it keeps telling me to watch this movie.
Yeah, TubiTV.com. They have a Tubi app. It's free. You don't need to sign up for anything unless you want to continue watching. If you want your history still on there, make an account. It's free. You'll have, I think we maybe had 9 commercials in an hour and 7 minutes. It was good.
Which sounds like a lot, but
no, it's not.
But it wasn't.
It's
it was like
three,
it was
like 15
yeah, it was like 3
second
commercial breaks.
Yes.
So it wasn't bad. Yeah, we watched this movie with commercials. It was great.
If you want to be a homebody, I'm gonna throw you a house party.
And on that note, let's do our plugs.
I'll go first because I always go last. Check out Mostly Speaking Sentai. It's my betrothed and I. We're watching Super Sentai, the source material for Power Rangers. We're not doing it with any pretension. The main focus is us trying to get our guests into the series, which means you really don't need to watch along with us. We're just using the show as a springboard to have fun conversations with our friends to make the show seem fun and appealing for everyone else to watch. Check out I'll Get There with Courtney and Monse and myself. It's a fun podcast. We're just bullshitting an hour and a half. Check out Crumb Bums Comic on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's Nicole and I. Nicole draws the comic and I write it. It's about our adventures with our talking cat, Franklin. He's cute as hell. Check out Marshland Monster. That's 3 words, Marshland Monster. I rap. People say it's really good. I actually have a new theory about this. I used to say you'll listen to it and say it's super good and have no desire to listen to it again. I believe this is what it is. You listen to it, think it's very good, download it, and never tell me you ever listened to it. So if you've listened to it and you enjoy it, let me know at This Movie's Gay or at Marshland Mullum, Mullum on Twitter. Let me know, baby. And I think that's it. Mostly playing PlayStation. Check out, if you listen to Mostly Speaking Sentai, you'll get those plugs.
Awesome. My plug is, again, Saltbox Theatre Collective. It's my theater company that I am in. Please follow us. We're on Twitter and everything. Check out our show that is happening in January in Chicago. Even if you're not in Chicago, buy tickets for it. Support us. We're a not-for-profit. We donate a lot.
All of a sudden, we get like 500 listeners within the next week. All of them, it's sold out, and then all of a sudden 2 people are in the crowd.
I would laugh.
You take a picture and say, "Thank you, all our fans."
Thank you, all our fans. But yeah, it's Boy Gets Girl by Rebecca Gilman. It is going to be here in Chicago, January. So buy tickets, support us, Saltbox Theatre Collective. Just Google us. We're everywhere. There's also going to be links to our website and things, per usual. We're, not for profit. Please follow us. Please support us. And then
Wait,
also
man, you're not making bank on this?
No.
Corwyn, why are we promoting it then?
Because it's a good thing.
Well,
support the arts.
Also, speaking of that, if you want us to do your movie on this podcast and say great things only about it, give us money, directors.
And by great things, we mean we will give very constructive feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you want, you can also follow me on Twitter and social media and all that. It's my name with ING at the end.
Corwynning.
Yeah.
Also, rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend. Let us know what you think of the podcast. Get the word out. Tell your friends.
Press play and repeat. Put it on mute. Put it on.
I think that might only work for Spotify. If you download it on iTunes or Apple, it will probably, if you keep playing it, it won't
do anything.
Yes, it's just a download on that.
You're like, okay, I've got like 100 plays on my playlist.
Yes,
that's
it will. When you plug in your iPod into your computer, it will say, "What's your most listened to thing?" Just an episode of our show.
Which would be hilarious. If you do that, please send us a screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all my plugs. Thank you so much for listening to us. And watch these movies. Also, send us suggestions for movies that you want to see us do. Yeah. We have a couple, and we will watch them eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paw.
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 Hey.
Paw. Hey.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Hey. Paw.
I've been James.
I've been Corwyn.
Bye-bye.
Bye.